The popular video game series Dragon Age gets a new adaptation on Netflix, Dragon Age Absolution. Let's see if it's worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below for more up and coming content. When a heist against the most powerful man in Tevinter goes south, an elven mercenary named Miriam is forced into a desperate fight for survival. Now, to save herself and her friends, Miriam will have to confront the tragic past she spent a lifetime trying to escape. Now, I have not played the Dragon Age franchise at all. I play video games, just not a lot compared to other people. But Dragon Age Absolution is set in Tevinter and features an ensemble of new characters inspired by Dragon Age lore, including elves, mages, knights, demons, and other special surprises. This is a 6-episode animated series that is quite simple. There is an object that's set in Tevinter that a group of mercenaries and freedom fighters are trying to obtain. So it feels like a heist series. And throughout these 6 episodes, a lot of the characters are put into these high intensity situations, and seeing how they react to it all builds the development for these characters throughout. We have a lot of story, more so at the end of the series, focused on Miriam and her past as well, that she's trying to escape. But throughout all of these 6 episodes, the action is non-stop. It is in your face. There's so many different creatures, demons, and all of these new characters based on the Dragon Age lore as they are trying to pull off this heist. People are trying to defend Tevinter, and so there's a lot of things going on at once, but they managed to add some development. I'd say more so episodes 4, 5, and 6 for characters, especially Miriam. We have an understanding of these characters, their past, reasoning for what is going on, and I was surprised with how simple this series is and all of the action and that heist aspect to it, that they managed to pull off having some character development. And these are characters that you rooted for and you saw where they were coming from, and having them protect themselves and go against things that had happened in their past. Miriam was a very likable character. She is an elven mercenary who escaped enslavement in Tevinter, and Miriam is closed off to many who know her, but her heroic nature shines through when she's forced to confront the nation that destroyed her life and the man at the heart of her misery. We also have Fairbanks, a veteran freedom fighter, Quidian, a bubbly Quinary mage. We also have Hera, a idealistic mage. Hera hopes to rekindle her relationship with Miriam while advancing her relentless crusade against Tevinter. We also have Roland and Lachlan in here. And this is in creation with BioWare, who were the creators of the Dragon Age franchise. The animation in here is really good. There's a lot of big epic moments involving dragons and demons and confronting your past. The scale on it is really large, and the animation is handled pretty well. There is the typical animation style for this, but then there's also some CGI animation thrown into it when we have some of those quicker sequences. But overall, the animation works for this, and there is times where there is some blood and some action scenes, but they do handle that fantasy element to it very well, and it's nice to look at. Voice acting in here is good as well. Kimberly Brooks voices Miriam, and she handles that emotion to this character, especially at the end when she has to stand up for herself and confront her past. You see that emotion change in Kimberly Brooks' voice as she starts to realize things about her past and where she is now. So there's a lot of emotion coming from these characters, and we see this group come together to obtain this object in Tevinter, and then we also have other characters within Tevinter that need it as well to pull off something that could be drastic. So it has this very important, urgent feel to it as all of these characters are gathering together to fight off against other characters who could use it for the wrong reasons. So the urgency surrounding this object is there. And I really like that, because in the first episode we had our setup, introduced our characters. It felt a little cliche. We had all the characters had a brief moment to kind of describe who they were, and then reasoning why they need to obtain this object, and then episodes 2 and on, that was the heist. Those were the action scenes. It all felt urgent. But with not playing Dragon Age at all, I can see why this is a popular video game series. The characters were likable, the story was a lot of fun, but as someone who has not played, it was easy to jump into the series without knowing any of the Dragon Age lore. I was able to appreciate the story, the animation, and the characters. They may be vastly different than the video game franchise, and I don't know that at all. And people may not like this if there is a difference to it all, but I did enjoy it. I like that urgent feel to it, I like that fantasy element, and I like that the characters had a chance to grow, and there was a lot of development, especially for Miriam at the end of it all, when we looked at her past and where she is now and how everything is important to her and her reasoning for not wanting to be a part of this heist, and she had to have some persuasion. Eventually she gave in, and there was a reason for all of that. So Dragon Age Absolution was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. 6 episodes, very brief, a lot of action in there, just a heist series with some development. Cliche at times, but the animation was a lot of fun. So before I give you my score for Dragon Age Absolution on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Dragon Age Absolution a B-. Thank you guys for watching my review for Dragon Age Absolution. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.